In this video, we'll be going through the Chapter 4, Lesson 3, Work Together problem on page 113 of our accounting textbook from Century 21, Gilbertson, Lehman, and Gentene. So the problem states, journalizing, correcting entries, and correcting posting errors. A journal and general ledger accounts are given in the working papers, which I've put here. Your instructor, that's me, will guide you through the following example. So the first transaction, we discovered on December 1st that a transaction for supplies bought last month was journalized and posted in error as a debit to prepaid insurance instead of supplies. Okay, $75, memorandum 15. So on the date of December the 1st, we're going to make this entry. And this was document number M15. All right, so what we know is that there'll be a $75 debit and a $75 credit. Now the accounts are going to be prepaid insurance and supplies. So it was posted in error as a debit to prepaid insurance. So prepaid insurance was debited and it shouldn't have had anything. So now we're going to credit it to get it a net zero effect, right? Because last month we gave it a debit of 75, so now we're going to credit it 75, so there was no impact. And the debit should have been for supplies, which had nothing before. So now we'll give it that correct debit of $75. So that is on December 1st. And then also on December 1st, what else happened? We discovered that a transaction for rent expense last month was journalized and posted as a debit to repair expense instead of rent expense. So this one was memorandum 16, and the impact was $900, and it was in error as a debit to repair expense. So now we've got a credit repair expense because it had $900 it shouldn't have. So this credit will give it a net zero impact. And it should have been rent expense. So we'll put rent expense as our debit. So that those two transactions will correct the errors made. Okay. It was also discovered that two posting errors were made in the owner's drawing account. The November 15th entry amount should have been $540. The November 30th entry included a debit to the drawing account for $400 that was posted in error as a credit. Using the account provided in the working papers, which is here, and the information given, correct the two posting errors. Okay, so we've got a November 15th entry for $450 here, but our paper says that it should have been $540. So what the book teaches us is that we should be crossing these out and writing it above. I have no way to really show you that in the spreadsheet, so we're just going to go 540, and we made the change. Okay, then on November 30th, oops, I didn't put that 30 there. We should have had a debit to the drawing account for $400 that was posted in error as a credit. So it shouldn't have been a credit. It should have been a debit. So now this will be, that plus that, a $940 balance. And again, this would have been crossed out and written tiny and superscript above it. Very hard to do. We just went ahead and replaced it. So for our purposes in these problems, I prefer to use the spreadsheets versus handwriting in the workbooks. So This is work together 4-3, and you can do on your own all by yourself.